Hi guys. Attempting this one last time. So we have 6 piles. Welcome to the channel. I'm Tyra Bell, intuitive, psychic, medium. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe before we get started. We have 6 piles. Pile 1 is this, I don't know what it's called. I think it's like dragons, jasper, something like this. Pile 2 is this reddish brown stone. Pile 3, unakite. Pile 4, emerald. Pile 5 is this key. And pile 6 is this shell. So readings are for confirmation of what your intuition is already telling you. If you hear something you don't like, please discard. Only take what resonates. This is a public platform, so not everything will resonate. So I was already started in pile 1, which I'm going to go ahead and show you the stone one more time and write down the timestamp. Pile 1. So, I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, I had already began this stream, but I'm going to go ahead and give a trigger warning, but it's like not that deep. So there's that, just in case. In case you're in a bit of a denial, I feel like that's why this message is coming through, but it's like something your intuition is already telling you. So I feel like I'm getting the green light to go ahead and give you this message. So there's a judgment call being called around your friendship. I want to say one friendship, but this could be multiple, depending on your situation. I see that you are being enlightened around what is true to you in friendship. And so if you are dealing with a group that you cannot be genuine with, laugh with, receive understanding from, like I said again, share. I keep hearing share. If you're dealing with deceptive people, that is going to be very much made aware to you very, very soon. So make sure you're trusting the plan, like wherever your intuition is leading you, because it's going to make you very, very happy. You may be dealing with a very deceptive person, and if you're seeing that, then just know that I want to say that you're going to be okay, or everything is going to be okay. But don't ignore whatever needs to transform within your relationships at this time, especially when it comes to friends, and especially if you know you're dealing with someone who is sneaky or has an agenda. Either way, you're going to be okay. Whatever outcome you wanted is kind of destined for you. So just know that this person really is genuine. So if you've seen that about this person, you need to trust that about this person. And trust that you are on your own individual plan that requires you to have courage. Also, I want to stress, be authentic, speak authentically. Don't hide your desire, because it will, definitely come off as manipulative. But if this is not you, this is someone that Spirit is showing you. This is not a solid friend. This is a maybe mentally manipulative friend. Either way, you are going to have a positive outcome in this situation. So they're asking you not to procrastinate, being, I heard wholesome about your gifts, but I want to say wholesome about like what brings you pleasure, like being pure, having pure intent. Don't procrastinate, balancing yourself out. Really be intentional with the connections that you indulge in, especially if a lot of the friendships or people you have around you kind of are similar to people you've dealt with in the past. That might feel familiar, but it's not necessarily safe. If you're used to being around people who are ingenuine, it might feel familiar, but it's not necessarily just, I want to say that's a better word. It's not balanced or reciprocal, I'm hearing. But I do see that you have like you have new friendship or new relationships on the horizon, or these are entering at this time. So Spirit is asking you not to procrastinate. So this Justice card here has this sword, and there's a lot of sword energy. So I'm hearing a lot of mental stimulation for you at this time. And to balance that out, really tap into your emotions, your passion at this time, your desire. And with this sword, she's going to cut out anything that's not just. That's her job. That's karma's job. And Spirit is revealing that to you, but it's giving very much, if you don't do it, I will. So they're saying don't procrastinate. And why you may cling to this person, though you know that they are manipulative or sneaky or have an agenda, is because you're not seeing that there's a bigger picture here, or there's a better outcome for you. So make sure you know that justice is on your side, karma's on your side, because the more that you're enlightened about the situation, you allow Spirit to lead you. You can be optimistic that you're building towards something of value, and that's going to be longevitous. So Spirit is trying to bring you new soul ties, new soul contracts, new destined connections that I'm hearing opulence. Like it will run over. It will be so fulfilling. And it doesn't end. It's like not a love bomby type of or overly mentally stimulating type of situation. It's very grounded in something, rooted in something, there for the long haul. So really change your perspective. Change your perspective. Allow Spirit to help you change your perspective. You want true friendship. You want to be able to laugh with someone. You want to be understood. You want to share. And I want to say for that to be pleasurable and also reciprocated. That's what I'm seeing, Pot 1. So yeah, you must be a very open, giving person. And Spirit wants you to be who you are, but within a space where that is necessary. So if you're sharing with this person that you know is very cold or manipulative, I mean, you're even hearing conniving, then you're just giving your abundance away. So continue to do that healing work, Pile 1. And don't be stressed about this message. Don't be stressed if Spirit is giving you a little wake-up call. It's not a big deal. It's just they're like, you're focused on this small gift of this whatever connection. It might have served a purpose at some time, but we have this much bigger, grander gift for you. So I hope that you're seeing that now. I hope that this message came through clear for you. If you needed to affirm if someone was genuine or ingenuine, they are ingenuine. Their intentions are not good, but it is a distraction from your plan, from the path that you're already on. So courage is needed. You're a very lucky person, I want to stress. And that's why it's like, don't get too tied up in someone else's delusion. Remain in your innocence, they're saying. And they're saying, watch it unfold for you. So your guides are coming through pretty strong. Reciprocal connection is going to be much more like of a gift than you were expecting. Once, like in hindsight, this is going to be your thought in hindsight. So yeah, you're moving through some shadowy aspects of your past and past connections. So, and along that journey, it does feel like an uphill battle, and it feels like you're going to be leaving people behind. And that starts to feel a little bit lonely, and it makes you question why you're taking off on this venture. But once you peak, like I said, once you are on the other side, in hindsight, you're going to be like, wow, not only was that easier than I thought it would be, but I would have never reached this level of awareness without this lesson, that person. So really start to see the positives in the situation, rise into your Christ consciousness. You'll be making better friendships in the end. And that in itself is worth the journey. So we have the mountain. So I guess I could read this for you really quick, because I actually like this card. Okay. The ascent, the peak, the insurmountable. The mountain stands eternally in our awareness, calling us towards its peak. It stirs up stoic and regal feelings, reminding us of the long line of spirits, sages, sadhus, and gods that made their humble thrones within its snowy peaks. Beware, though, as the mountain can affect us in two ways. It can inspire and enliven us to rise to new heights and peak experience. Yet it can also create isolation, competitiveness, and inflated sense of self. Standing upon its heights can activate the purist and the perfectionist in us, creating separation from those we deem to be below. No matter how high you ascend, remember that it is within the core of the mountain that the gems, minerals, and jewels are reside. If you think it's all about going up, you're following the fool's path and missing the miner's magic. So when light grounded in eternal, steadfast uplifting, and it did come up in reverse, so when reversed, ominous, daunting, isolating, and rigid. So I want to say you're fearing letting go because you fear leaving people behind. So Spirit is like, please release that idea. What do you need to release? Where does that idea stem from? And you don't think that you're better than anyone else. You don't think that. So if you needed that affirmed, that's not where you're coming from. And then you have act as if your partner is here. Whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they're with you. So you always consider them. So I want to say this doesn't have to be romantic, but in your friendships as well. You know, start embodying the type of awareness that Spirit is trying to enlighten you with, you know. You have new soul contracts, new friendships, new destined connections, but you have to make space for this, pile one. I'm going to make this short and quick because we keep getting cut off, but I hope that doesn't happen. So we're going to move on to pile two. Thank you, pile one. I hope that this was helpful. All right, pile two. I'm hearing happy birthday. Someone's birthday. Might be a Cancer or a Leo. Pile two. I want to say this is... I'm not even going to say what it is, you know, because I don't want to say the wrong thing. but like it's like a reddish brown crystal. It's very powerful. So you're a very maybe powerful and intense person, pile 2. I'm hearing creating separation. If you don't want to listen to the shuffling and the channeled messages during the shuffling, feel free after this is live to jump ahead just a little bit. I'm hearing storms coming, storms brewing, but it does not feel malicious or negative. If anything, like, started to get really excited. You're someone who you love to lead the pack. You like to break through, do different things. So this is why, change may excite you, even if it's like a little chaotic. Like you operate in chaos pretty well, I want to say, pile 2. If not, this may not be your pile, or this is something you're stepping into. I want to say, even if you are someone who does well with chaos, you still may fearmonger yourself just a little bit too much. Spirit is like, trust yourself. Period. Trust yourself. Okay, so you guys are like my musicians, artists. You write poetry. If not, like, you just are very sensual, romantic. Artistry. They keep stressing artistry. You have a very unique career path, or you will. Your career path is very different. Very different. If you're a masculine, you may like make money from home, or you like take care of the children from home. You may play like a more feminine role within your dynamic with your feminine. If you're a feminine, you are very beautiful, I want to say. The men, you guys are also very handsome, like attractive, fit. But feminines, you guys are like singers, musicians. You might have a really pretty voice, nice legs, I'm seeing. For some reason, your physical qualities are very important, probably to what you do. What else? You guys are very wealthy. Okay, so I think you're a little nervous because I'm hearing all these positive affirmations, but I'm like, why are you here, Prod 2? What guidance do you need right now? Like, I can affirm to you all day how great you are, but it's like, why are we here? What do you need? Because it seems like everything's looking pretty good for you, so take a deep breath. But I do feel a lot of anxiety, and so I think Spirit is asking you to buckle down with your plan around what brings you joy. So if you are putting off a project or putting off like making music because of maybe some past situations, it's really important for you at this time I'm hearing mirrored souls. So there's all these pots of water around her, and like I'm hearing glass half empty thinking, and spirit needs you to switch that around. Also, water it can give us a reflection. So I think our emotions are kind of like reflection, water and emotions, right? But also it's time to see all the, like, whatever you do, you use your relationships and your emotions as a means to channel into whatever you do for your career. That's a part of what you do. It's how you make your money. And you make a lot of money doing this. So Spirit is asking to get a little bit more practical when it comes to working on this gift you have. If you want to increase how much you're making, and also to how to kind of up the abundance, up your joy in life, up how you feel. I want to say like you're like feeling more satiated with your life, your lifestyle, your money, is to start seeing everyone as a reflection of yourself. They're mirroring something to you, and not to just write it off as like crazy or manipulative, or don't just write it off. Really let it push you to bloom even further. Not to take it on as your own, obviously, but to just learn. Learn as much as you can. And from a place of like no fear. I don't think that you're someone who has a lot of fear, to be honest. You seem pretty fearless. Like I really want to, I don't know, root for you. I can feel your passion, and Spirit just wants you to be happier. So they're just saying to even go further into that and to feel more grounded in a sense of like joy, enlightenment, whatever it is. It's important that I want to say indulge in your leisurely, like in leisure activities, reading, taking yourself on a date. Like really indulge, maybe take a swim, but also balancing all that out with like I have a practical plan, and it's not going to be hindered by me writing off, because like I said, whatever you do, it's centered around your reflections, introspection, relationships. So you're going to have some sort of breakthrough moment, and it's going to bring you even more delight, happiness, when you realize, okay, I'm not going to write that person off. I'm just going to learn from them. I think that will help you to get a little bit more grounded. I hope I'm channeling this like very specific. So I'm hoping I'm getting this across as best as I can. So I want you to look up your Neptune placement. If you're a masculine, you're heavily connected to the god that holds the trident. What is his name? Poseidon. Look up Poseidon. I'm getting like Atlantean vibes here. You may be a water sign. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Yeah, so whatever you do as a career, so it could be modeling, acting, it's definitely very spiritual, very different, eccentric. Spirit is just reminding you that you are already making good investments, even though maybe you have like a fanciful job, but it's, I hope I'm using that word right, but you also are seeing maybe the shadows in your career path. Like you see the downsides of what you do. But they're like, even with the awareness of that, it's okay to know that you're like, we're affirming to you, you are already making great investments, but you may be under a little bit of illusion with this Neptunian energy. So please look that up. But you operate well within it. So that's why it's like, also read into Poseidon, his strengths. It's water, so it's a feminine element. But this is, and if you're feminine, this is your masculine energy. This is how you can cultivate wealth with your masculine energy. So look up your Neptune placement. I'm hearing clear your emotions, because the moment your emotions are clouding your judgment, that's when your intuition is all screwed up, right? And if your job is heavily based in creativity, that's going to create that feeling of like, man, life is no fairy tale. Like, you can have a dream job, you could be living your dream and still blah, 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 blah. That's what's going to create that resentment. So with this Pisces energy, so like I said, if you're feminine, you're a singer, how she's holding like this flower as like a little mic. And I want to say you find a lot of pleasure in what you do. But I want to say when you're indulging in your pleasure, maybe like, so your masculine energy can get the job done, right? But it gets a little, so this is your feminine, your masculine, right? Your masculine energy can get the job done and operate through this Neptunian energy pretty well, though it forces you to acknowledge the shadows of things, the not so pretty things, right? And that may make you doubt whether you're making a good investment. Spirit is saying, yes, you are. And then within your feminine energy, you get to be playful, a little bit more light and fun, indulging in pleasure. And within that, you start to feel scared, or like you're facing your fears, because it feels a little bit more uncertain. So when you're expressing yourself or channeling some vulnerable, whether it's like lyrics, something like this, whatever you do that's creative, that starts to create a little bit of fear or worry within you. And Spirit is just going to give you this reminder to rise into your Christ consciousness. I say it so much, but it's true. Think positively, be balanced when you are indulging in pleasure. Don't be afraid of the outcome, I want to say, because if you're being led to explore pleasure in a deep way, it's always going to be worth it. I want to say it's always going to be worth it. So don't be afraid. You can't be afraid. Don't let this anxiety get the best of you. I want to say you're on the brink of a really big breakthrough, or like a rebirth. So you can be indulgent in pleasure and also be happy and practical. Maybe you just needed that reminder. And literally, it is paying off. Like, you seem like a very stable, wealthy person. And Spirit wants to congratulate you. So good job, Pile 2. You did your thing. You're doing your thing. You're making wise investments. Your masculine and feminine energies are very, I want to say, balanced, whether you feel like that or not. Now it's just time to keep laying out your plan. And I'm hearing embody the plan. That's what that Christ consciousness is about. It's like, I know what I'm here for. I know what I'm doing. Having confidence, courage in yourself. So, yeah. Okay. We're going to get into it. And we have the siren. Someone is a singer. Comment below. Comment below. I'm reading to filth. I know I am. Okay. Listen to the song Energy by Sampa the Great. Energy. It's a really good song. So yes, you're going through an energy upgrade that is going to bring you a little bit more confidence. So be ready for it to hit the energetic bank account. We have the medallion. So I want to say, even if you have a lot of luxury or abundance around you right now, you're learning that value is kind of something it's something we create internally, and some people create value out of fear. So you're trying to learn what is valuable to you and stand in your own morals. That's what you're learning at this time. What's valuable to me, especially if you have a lot of abundance around you at this time. What creates value? Like, that's a question I want you to consider. And really be patient with these energetic upgrades that you're getting, or your process, your creative process. And continue to reach for more. I want to say continue to reach for more, not in a greedy sense, but reach for value. If you feel like you haven't found value, keep reaching for it. You won't be with that feminine energy. Don't be afraid to ask for more value, more substance in life. It definitely will be a reward in how you in turn shine, yeah, finding that internally and externally value. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that here, pile 2. Thank you for being here. Send me some of your music. I want to hear. Also listen to Shine by Elaine. That song is playing in my head as well. So thank you, pile 2. This was a really energetically yummy reading. All right, let's move on to pile 3. I'm hearing driver roll up the partition, please. I don't want to see Beyonce on her knees. Took 45 minutes to get all dressed up, and we ain't even gonna make it to this club. Okay, so 3, you might be in a freaky mood. This might be 18 plus. So babies, if you're in the chat, try a different pile. Try a different video. And on the bottom we have healer. Pile 3, you might have very healing sexual energy. I'm hearing daring. You're very daring. You have a lot of confidence. Oh, by the way, your crystal was Unikite. I want to say you've recently left something behind. Or not, it might not be recent, but you made a big decision to leave things behind at some point. And I want to say that you knew it was going to pay off, but now you really know it paid off. You knew when you made the decision, and now you are yep, that all went the way I thought it would. I'm hearing charismatic. You're very caring. I heard delightful. Someone really likes you. So delightful. Cheery. So if this is not you, this might not be your pile. Also, when you're communicating, it's okay to speak figuratively, or like simply simplifying even if you have great wisdom, like simplifying the things that you're communicating with certain people. Be smart when it comes to how you communicate what you're communicating, and keep it simple, because some people are driven to intentionally misunderstand you, I think. And don't see that as a negative. Just, keep certain things sacred. So on the bottom, we have release trust issues. Okay, you can't see that. But so someone needs to listen to Partition by Beyonce. I'm hearing creating conflict. So beware of pile 3 creating conflict. Driving people away as well. I heard steering the ship. Maybe due to trust issues. Just know that you don't always need to steer the ship. Like, just let it flow. Let the ship flow. So you could be a Virgo. I'm hearing Aquarius, water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I'm hearing bringer of light. So that's what I'm saying. I think that you're a very intelligent, emotionally intelligent person, which can be undervalued by overly logical people. And overly logical people, no shade, no tea, but are very simple people. So I think a lot of times emotional maturity, awareness, intelligence can be seen as a weakness, and this is just not true. You know this, Pile 3. I'm just preaching to the choir. Feels like okay, so you are in the middle of some manifestation work. I want to say you're cleaning up your energy, cleaning up your aura. Maybe you've been feeling tempted to give into some of these trust issues or giving up, and Spirit is just giving you this general message to remind you not to give up, especially if you're trying to pull something in or create something in your life or create some sort of ownership. I'm hearing ownership, and I'm also hearing demand. So yeah, take it as it resonates. So we have the venom, and I think this is agape. So if you do some candle work, I would get a white candle and just setting the intention to clear out any attachments at this time. You might have some attachments. I'm just going to keep it general. Some negative influences. So lighting like a 7-day white candle will help you Also here, I'm hearing clear emotional baggage, some venom. Yeah. And your communication is really important at this time. Spirit, having that candle lit as well, just seeing it, will remind you to speak what you want into your existence, right? Also subconsciously, when you're out and about, you know that it's lit, you're thinking about it. It's going to keep you in like an alignment to communicate in a way that it's in alignment with what you're trying to pull in for yourself at this time. But do know that you are clearing out some really heavy energy. There is venom within this situation. All that to say, you are still very successful. There will be a victory in this situation. I'm not sure what's happening, but I do see that there's stress and like a little bit of conflict. So you have some ascended masters or guides around you, pretty heavy. And you can work with like green Tara if you feel called to. You can light a candle for her, a green candle. But this says, let your soul lead you to compassion and empathy, victory over suffering, taking action, overcoming fears, and protection. So you're very protected at this time. I want to say you may have a telepathic connection with someone. You may be receiving like loving thoughts from this person, feelings from this person. Spirit is allowing this because they're trying to remind you that you will be victorious in this situation. There's a lot of overcoming of like fears, confusion, illusion here. So the telepathic connection keeps you on track. So allow your soul, allow this connection, if it's not a connection, your thoughts, your emotions, your intuition to lead you to your compassion, to your victory, to more empathy, overcoming your fears. So you're balancing out, I want to say, your sacral or root chakra at this time due to conflict, competition, stress. And they're just reminding you not to compete. Pile 3. Do not compete for anything. You are very lucky. You don't need to compete. Also, not to, like no racing, no trying to beat anyone to the punch, like competitive energy. Do not give into that energy. That is a part of the venom here. Let things temper off and balance out as they do. There's a higher power. Let things do as they do. You're trying to pull in something. Do a more passive activity, like lighting a candle, setting an intention. Because we do have this father of water, and he is someone who understands his own femininity within himself. So do something a little bit more passive with all this fire that you have at this time. You're attracting a lot of positive things to you as it is. So Spirit is just like, we just need you to balance out. That's it. That's all we're asking you to do. It's very simple. Don't compete or compare. Don't compare. So make sure you're looking very deeply into your emotions at this time, the things that you feel, the things you're hearing intuitively, telepathically. Really, like I'm hearing subtle nuances. That's really important to you at this time. Those are going to be the that's going to be the signifiers. Sorry. So we have this medicine man or magician energy here twice. So you are very magnetic at this time. You should be feeling empowered, and if not, that is to come. So you are attracting exactly what you want. Don't run from that information. Be calm in it. Be calm so you can receive. Be passive so you can receive exactly what you want. And like I said, your communication is very important. If you're communicating, come from this more empathetic space. I think it's it is received in such a determined way. It's received in such a passionate and I don't know, like deep way. People do see you as deep. And we were talking about like simplifying, right? So just know that you are received in that way. So yeah, we have, I can't even show the cards because they're all naked on these cards. So just know that Spirit is giving you some sort of fresh slate. I'm hearing Aaliyah's try again. So don't rush this rebirth or this, awareness that you're coming into. Take the time to really look deeply into how you feel and acknowledge what's going to make you happy. Acknowledge what's making you feel good at this time, because that's what you're attracting, and you're going to continue to walk into it. So they're saying, see it for what it is. If you have like a crystal necklace or a shell necklace, wearing that at this time will affirm to the universe or call in even more protection. It will affirm that you know that you are very protected. Or enlightened. It would it'll be a way to acknowledge to yourself that you are this magician, that you have the power. So the way you dress in general right now is important. Continue releasing trust issues and clearing out this venom. So we have a win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. So this full moon maybe helped you gain some stability within your emotions, within your mindset. I want to say this friendship energy is like maybe you learning more about your guidance system, trusting the energy that's around you at this time, but also if this is this telepathic connection, trusting that this person is a friend, someone who understands you. And then we have spiritual connection. This relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. So this is literally physically showing you what this connection feels like, looks like, right? They have this little like windy road that connects them to each other. So there is a telepathic link. I'm hearing trust what you're seeing, trust what you're hearing, follow the guidance, don't be misled, and be genuine. Be genuine. Release the trust issues. All right, pile 3. We're going to move on to pile 4. I hope that this was helpful. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you like this content. All right, pile 4. All right, we have the emerald stone, one of my favorites. so we talking. This is gonna be very informational for you. Pile 4. These cards are talking a lot. All right. Pay attention to when you're getting chills, like full body chills. Those are confirmations, pile 4. Don't make a joke out of it, they're saying. Maybe Spirit's been trying to communicate something to you and they're like, you keep making a joke out of it, but you're not taking it seriously. They feel a little irritated. They feel a little irritated by you. They love you, but they're very irritated by you. Because you're not listening, maybe. You're taking some of the synchronicities and signs that they're giving you as a joke. So make sure you're also validating, work through your fears, but validate your ideas as well. Because those are given to you by Spirit as well. They're guiding you to do certain things, take certain actions, be in certain spaces, I'm hearing. See certain people. And if Spirit's dropping gems on you, they want you to know that information, even if you like kind of start to feel like it's invasive. Pushing away your intuition is a little bit of like people pleasing, they're saying. You wouldn't know it if you weren't supposed to know it. If you know, then you're supposed to know. It's information that you need. So take it seriously, they're saying. I'm hearing fill up your cup, pile 4. Fill up your cup. Especially if you've been pouring into others a lot at this time. Like retreat, you may need to retreat. Especially if you feel like you're looping. Like, man, I keep saying I'm not going to do this anymore, and then I'm still stuck in this pattern. So this might be a little bit of like a tough love message. We're going to find out. So if you feel like you're stuck in a pattern, it's time to move away from loss. Maybe you feel like there was someone or something, a situation that was very ingenuine. It's time to move away from the loss of that situation. And I normally hear like clouding your judgment, but it's like crowding your judgment. It's like creating too much like crowded like deceptions. It's like too much. There's too much going on. Alright, this message is very specific. So if you hear something you don't like, something that doesn't resonate, just know either this is not your message or just only take what resonates. I feel like I need to reiterate that. So pile 4, I want to say you are going to, or you just this is like past energy actually. So you might have gone through some sort of ego death, and it created a lot of fear within you or chaos in your life. But it also taught you to put your self-care needs first. It taught you to be a little bit more selfish, or this is the advice, so that you can start being more authentic. There's people around you who are waiting for your true feelings, expressions, authentic opinions to be shared, so they can reciprocate the, I'm hearing generosity, reciprocate the support, but they can't reciprocate something that you're not giving to yourself, right? So support yourself. This is what you've learned, I want to say, through this ego death. And if not, this is what's to come, or, take it as it resonates. So, but I want to say this is the past. And know that the work that you've done on yourself, even just through your simple daily habits and routines, is paying off. You've reached a certain amount of clarity, enlightenment about situations where you were over giving or under giving to yourself. So I want to say you've done a lot of healing work around this, and Spirit is helping you into a much better time. So take that vacation, book that massage, get your nails done, do some more self-care work, because it's within those simple habits, routines, where we get to really focus on ourselves and pour into ourselves, that we build a relationship of trust and also self-importance. So continue to do the healing work so that you can move on into this clarity, or easier going times. So when it comes to this loss, I want to say that it's the remnants of the whatever happened creates this I'm hearing emotional barricades. You start to live in the past a little bit when your present is pretty rich. It's very abundant. So it's don't let your emotions pull you back to something that's very empty when your present is physically rich. So your external should be a sign of where you are and where you're going and where you're headed. So continue to reclaim some of this power from this situation where you felt you lost things. Maybe someone was really trying you, they had a lot of nerve. They belittled you, I'm hearing. So just know that that situation is over, and Spirit is also very proud of you for how you've handled yourself, how you've continued to pour into yourself. So I want to say, continue to make yourself a priority, and take yourself on a date. Really, those rituals are what's going to patch the hole on the feeling of loss. But Spirit is saying that you're already doing a good job, and your work is already paying off. So congratulations. So as soon as you get to be on the other side of these memories, just know that it's going to take a lot of bravery to accept that you are already very abundant, or moving into more abundance. So continue to do the self-reflection, isolation work that is necessary. So if you were dealing with, a player, you could have a child with this person. If not, maybe you want a child, and it's going to take a lot of bravery to, I want to say, live in your truth, which sounds kind of corny, but that's what I'm seeing. It's going to take a lot of bravery to accept that you are a very abundant person, and whatever this situation was temporary. So yeah, keep being brave, keep choosing to see, I want to say, the future. see the future, but also flow towards that future. Don't try to use your mind to figure out how everything will turn out in what way. Don't try to control or change anything. Don't even try to control or change the past at this point. But what I do see is that maybe your emotions are being stirred up and these memories are being stirred up because you might be dating or seeing new people. So don't let any love opportunity offers put you in that state of mental paralysis. It's a sign that things are about to change, and that's something to be happy about. And I keep hearing, just be proud of yourself. And I want to get emotional. So be proud of yourself. And the stone that you had, pile 4, was the emerald. So look that up. Look up its properties and what it's good for. So you're naturally a very abundant person. I think that whatever you went through, this tower moment, this loss, it really shook your world. But you definitely have some opportunities coming here. So it's time to be happy about that. You are stepping into some really rich energy. And I want to say your ideas are going to improve as soon as you remove some of this feeling of loss or moving away from some of these energies, these past energies. So continue to reclaim your power from the situation. Jupiter on the bottom. This is what I'm saying. Look up your Jupiter placement. Also your North Node at this time. And if you need to cry, get emotional. But I want to say that you're going to be approached with some emotions very soon. And it might be a little triggering. So they're just saying, be in flow. Be in flow. So the bottom, let go. Okay? Whatever didn't work out, you did a good job surviving that situation. Now it's time to thrive, okay? So step out of your comfort zone. Look up your North Node. That's what this is who you are now. You are your North Node. Let go of the past. Let go of who you were in the past. The heart of the matter. There's more going on than meets the eye. Recognize what this is all about. So you might be having some dream messages, seeing peacocks. Make sure you're paying attention to your dreams. Your guides are really trying to wake you up right now to this new beginning. So continue clearing out that feeling of loss. Reclaim your power. And let's get one last card for you, pile 4. Beautiful. So on the bottom we have the Poet. And we have the Queen, the Creator, very pretty card, Thanatos, the Village. I'm hearing the Priestess as well. So you may be a priestess, the Prayer, the Shapeshifter, and the Starborn. So your natal chart is very important. So I said North Node, look up your Jupiter placement. So let's look up Thanatos really quick. Or Thanatos. Thanatos? I don't know how to say it. Okay. So this is the death card in this pile, grieving. So that's that energy of loss. So when you're in that energy of loss, reach out to your guides, your angels, your ancestors, pray. You are the queen. You have queen bee energy. You are also a creator, the poet. I want to say that you're calling in support with this village card. So continue calling in your support. And you do have the ability to shapeshift. You have the ability to be very adaptable. Don't use that as a disadvantage by being something you're not. Shapeshift into the things that you care about. Be who you are. Show all your many different facets of yourself as the starborn, someone who has a destiny, who has a purpose in life, right? Who's an intentional creator. So this is your message, pile 4. I hope that this was helpful. See yourself in a high light. Be very adaptable. And I want to say just grieve if that's what you need. If you need the space to grieve for this new beginning, to clear space for your new beginning, then do so. Continue, I can't say it enough, to reclaim your power. Pile 4. Did I say pile 3? Pile 4. Thank you, pile 4. I was not expecting this to be this deep. So let's move on to pile 5. There is a leaf blower outside my window, so if you can hear that, I apologize. Let's switch up the decks. Alright, pile 5. You can skip ahead if you guys don't want the shuffling. Also, hopefully by the time I'm ready to channel this, loud noise outside my house will be gone. I apologize. So, pile 5, you are the key. Someone plays like Kingdom of Hearts or like you know of this game. Take it if it resonates. this is what I'm dealing with right now. It is so loud. So I hope you can hear me. I apologize for the loud noise. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Anyway, so what I was seeing when I was pre-shuffle, yeah, I want to say pile 5, you are someone who's unlocked your keys to like success, abundance. Like you don't have financial worries, fears anymore, like with this key. You've gone through some sort of gateway where it's like, I no longer worry about having my needs met. So with that healing energy, you're learning something about perversion. Sorry, this message is kind of hard to communicate because it's like I understand it, but it's like, how do I word this? And you're learning that especially when we're dealing with like promiscuity, hypersexuality, all these things are rooted in our childhood wounds, and we think that we can just operate from this space of perversion and it be non-consequential. And that just simply is not true. It's self-deprecating, but it's also when we're allowing other people to put that energy towards us, right? It's a means of extorting our goods and our energy and our, all these things. So I want to say you're healing some sort of perversion. It doesn't have to be sexual, but it's some sort of inversion. It's something that's out of balance. And that is coming to an end through whatever healing work you're doing. I'm also seeing that you may be traveling at this moment. Your guides are saying you need to water your plants before you leave the house. Make sure you water your plants before you travel. If this is not current, when you do travel, you may be leaving the country. Just make sure you pay someone to water your plants, take care of the housely duties, things like this. Random message here. So again, with this imbalance, you're doing some sort of healing work, ending some sort of cycles where, I'm hearing dramatic. So it's like, maybe it feels a little dramatic. And when you're not giving into relationships that are, stemming from that place, you know your value. You are walking into this new period in your life that is extremely pleasurable, very still lusty and still like sensual, things like this, but it's rooted in you knowing your value. So I want to say that is bringing you some really good reciprocal friendships, relationships, happiness, things like this. So Spirit is just saying, be grateful, especially if you're traveling and you're still having to do this healing work, still having to show up for yourself. Like, be grateful. Don't see it as a burden. Trust and really celebrate yourself. So I want to say you're surrendering like this could be coldness, poor communication. This could be surrendering something where someone is communicating with you poorly. You could also, I heard gossip. That's what it is. I was like, what is it? Gossip. You're surrendering gossip. You have good karma on your side. So just know that financially, I'm hearing you're free financially. You have some good opportunities coming in, good karma coming in. What else? Spirit. So yeah, the whatever you think about yourself at this time is also important. So make sure you're journaling so you can hear what you think about yourself, or like see what you think about yourself. Yeah, you're a very naturally abundant person, very nurturing. So know that this self-nurturing will pay off, and that it's okay to receive at this time, I want to say. So you're coming out of some indecision. This could be around a person or your position in life. Getting new clarity around some sort of celebration, union, or like financial level up. So just know that all of those things are manifesting. It is safe to actually come out of this indecision if you just needed that affirmed. Yes, it is safe. There is some sort of stability or celebration here for you, some sort of level up. So don't run from these better times. Water your plants. This message seems very simple. I want to say own your emotions. Own your emotions. Own your intuition. So we have look to your inner strength. You are stronger than you realize. And I'm hearing claircognizance. So you may be clairvoyant, have claircognizance. If you're a female, work with Yemaye. If you're a masculine, work with Shango, or learn more about those archetypes, Orishas. Let's get some more cards. I hope I wasn't saying pile 4, pile 5. This is 5. We have Mother on the bottom of the deck. So there could be a mother wound here. Healing your mother wound. So we have the prayer. And we have the mirror. So whatever's being reflected to you at this time, I did say journaling, but yes, definitely praying. Speaking into existence things that you like. Being open to receiving. I want to say things are going to turn out more positive than you're expecting them to at this time. Then we have the Jupiter card. So just know that you are going through a period of expansion. And then we have letting go. So whatever you're reflecting on at this time, whatever self-reflection work that you're doing at this time, healing work that you're doing at this time, Spirit is just reminding you it's okay to let go, ask for help if you need to, and just know that you're a lot stronger than you realize. So show up as your full self, especially if you're dealing with imbalance or something that might be like stifling your energy or was stifling your energy. It might feel difficult to close out that cycle, but you're good. You're a strong person. Keep doing the healing work. You're really balancing yourself out, and that's going to pay off in your relationships, in your position, in your career, in your sense of authority. So don't run from the better times. Keep being strong. Push through and ask for help when you need it, especially if you're dealing with imbalanced emotion, you know, tough emotion. All right, that is it for pile 5. I'm going to go ahead and move on to pile 6. Thank you, pile 5, for being here. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I apologize for that loud noise again. Last but never least, pile 6. So we have the seashell. Maybe you study the sea, like you're learning new things about the sea. Pile 6. I'm also hearing breakthrough. Breakthrough. You may want children, pile 6. Or this is something you're thinking about through Cancer season. It tends to be like baby fever season. I'm also hearing ritual abuse, but you would know if that was happening. You just needed that affirmed. Like maybe this is something you experienced in your lifetime, or maybe even past lifetimes. Someone wants to hold hands with you, pile 6. Holding hands is important, maybe to you. Like hearing someone's romantic thoughts towards you. So you may be in a new connection, or this is something you're manifesting for yourself. You know, this might not apply for everybody, but maybe you were like a serial lover, like a relationship hopper, pile 6. Something like this. And I'm hearing Kaylani, her verse on Janae Aiko's Back on My Bullshit, Back on My BS. So maybe you want to listen to that song. I'm hearing you say it didn't end well. Something didn't go well, something didn't end well. So maybe you were romantically linked and now you're not. Something like this. Yeah, and I'm just hearing Kaylani's verse on that, in that song, play in my head. Okay. So I want to say you're trying to put in new emotionally fulfilling events, people, situations, and Spirit is trying to help you do that. So they're asking you to spend some more time in nature, so you can have this new beginning. I'm seeing that you are probably a water sign or a fire sign. Could also be an earth sign. Um, Maybe you have a Taurus moon. Maybe a Mercury in Sagittarius, or like a Jupiter sign in Pisces, something like this. Sun sign Cancer, any of these, Sun Gemini, something. Um, so make sure you're letting go of perfectionism at this time, and pour that energy of wanting to do work of like refining. Pour that into your self-care. So whether that's like getting your nails done in a specific way and being intentional in that way, like pour the aspects of wanting to control into something you actually can control. And then other than that, being your feminine receptivity and intention set. So what type of new beginning do you want, and what does it look like? What does it feel like? More so envisioning that. Also work with the elements at this time, water, fire, air, earth, in any way that you see fit, if that's something that you're into. So yeah, pour that energy of control into something on a micro level and trust that it will affect the bigger picture. So I want to say that something is building up, and this is something you've been working on since your past lives, and maybe it is the ability to receive. You've been working on your ability to receive since from past lives. So working on your feminine energy, your Venusian energy, however it applies. So it could be like manifestation work, like being able to receive something with minimal or just the perfect amount of effort, not overextending yourself, like balance within that realm. Because maybe you're learning that when I overgive to something, it tends to be because I'm trying to distract myself. So Spirit is congratulating you on that. They also acknowledge that you are a hard worker. Even though you may bring things in very easily, you are a hard worker. Also, you may be feeling like some things have yet to manifest, and they are acknowledging that as well. But do know that you work on this type of stuff through lifetimes. That's what they're trying to get you to see. It's like you're making more progress than you realize. So they're saying you're doing a good job. We see you. We're here with you. And I want to say that you're a lot more popular, victorious, recognized, respected than you realize, due to whatever you express, some sort of like honesty that you carry within your aura. I want to say you're a very grounded individual, maybe quick moving. Maybe you move through life pretty quickly, but in reality, you feel like it's not moving as fast as you want it to. So they're asking you to really release some negative beliefs around how successful or victorious you are at this moment. Maybe some sound healing would be good. Like I said, some self-care, get your nails done. That's been what is Cancer season? So usually it's about like nurturing yourself, right? Beautifying yourself as well. So continue working through some denial, some negative beliefs. Maybe your throat chakra is a little blocked. So sing, communicate as much as you can from a very grounded place. But speak from your truth. Like, don't give in to any gossip or anything. But also, like if you have wisdom to share, make sure you're sharing it. Don't be in denial about what you know about yourself or the situation or what you're creating in your life. That's kind of been a common message throughout all of these too. It's like speaking exactly what you know into your reality, affirming to the universe that you are creating the reality that you want and that you know it's coming, even if you can't see it presently. And I think that you may be dealing with a little bit of frustration around maybe how tedious things are in the moment, or maybe just, like I said, not progressing as fast as you think. But Spirit is like, maybe you're a little bit in denial about how far you've already come. So speak from that place, move from that place, communicate from that place, moving forward. So with this Queen of Wands energy, I want to say whatever self-care you have been doing through Cancer season, it's definitely improved your appearance. So if you've been working out, if you've been sleeping in, I heard, if you're, at a new job, if you've gotten your nails done, hair done. I'm also seeing like doing the more sexual, sacred self-care in your own free time, by yourself. That is also paying off. It's making your energy very juicy and yes. So just know that all of those things pay off. And I almost said take off. So keep preparing yourself for this path that you're on. I want to say that you are about to have some sort of wish fulfillment when it comes to your money making opportunities. So increasing your beauty at this time, your energy, your fire, your passion, your root chakra, the more 3D, see it as insignificant. I think I need to stress to you, it is paying off, and it is adding to your wish fulfillment in the end. So get that mask, get that, book that appointment, do what you got to do. Continue to believe in yourself. Continue to build up your ego in a way that makes sense to you. Also, make sure when it comes to, if this is a new love situation that you're trying to pull in, make sure you're not limiting yourself to what you think romance should be or a relationship should be. Make sure you are really defining in your own terms what that all is to you, what type of quality time you'd want to spend with a romantic partner, and some of this old energy of maybe abandonment, or maybe you dealt with someone who's a little too controlling. Make sure you're in your independence as well when you're thinking about romance. Not just giving all the time, not just receiving all the time. Make sure you're, wanting something that's of value, but balanced. So envision that. Make sure you're thinking for yourself, whatever that means to you. Releasing some toxic perfectionism as well, especially if you're doing beauty rituals. Beauty, as much as it is external, it is equally or more internal. So the rituals that you're doing on yourself externally, whether it is getting your nails done, or more surface level things, it's like that is just a reflection of how you see yourself internally. So don't be in denial about who you are. And I want to say just be optimistic overall about your life right now. You have everything to be optimistic about. I think you're just being a little bit critical, a little bit of a perfectionist right now. Pile 6. And I want to say you're pretty perfect. You're pretty perfect as you are, Pile 6. Like imperfections, flaws, and all. Okay? Like you needed to hear that. So we have the Destroyer, and on the bottom, the Shaman. Let's see what else. And on the bottom here we have good cheer. So that's what I'm saying. Be optimistic because you have some good news on the way. some new opportunity on the way. And so you're building up a little bit of self-trust. No more being hypercritical or hyper-aware. Just exist as the beautiful being that you are. It says, express love through gifts. Giving a small token to someone expresses your love to them. So that's what I was saying, like, you're learning how to receive right now. Receive without being deceived, I heard. So we have the destroyer. So I want to say you're destroying these limiting beliefs, but also if there's gossip around you, you're rewriting your narrative, destroying people's perceptions of you, outdated perceptions of you. You're also destroying